Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
You're listening to TFG Football.
What's up, everyone? It's a weekend and yay! International break is over.
I-League is back.
Yes, it's back. And well, now we can't, continue excitement because this is like the last 2 rounds remaining. 4 matches remaining. Okay.
4 matches.
Yeah, 4 matches remaining.
1 extra for Bengaluru and Mohun Bagan.
Yeah.
2 extra for Mohun Bagan.
Oh, yes, 2.
Yeah, I mean, he's always there to correct you, Kevin, if you talk anything about Mohun Bagan. Now, keeping that aside, exactly as I said, just 4 matches remaining, and that's why it's more exciting because this will definitely decide, 1 or 2 matches here and there will definitely decide who is going to be the champions, and knowing that Aizar is also in the contention, it's a crazy hell of a ride. Well, tomorrow it starts. Tomorrow it starts and Mohun Bagan takes on Bengaluru. The question here is, can Bengaluru repeat the feat that they did at Kantiraba, the AFC Cup match, the 2-1, was it 2-1 or was it 2-0?
2-1.
2-1.
It was 2-1.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
it was a hard-fought game.
Yeah. A 2-1 scoreline that Bengaluru had, and can they do it? Now, there's also news, before I get Chiranjit into the conversation, there's also news that Trevor Morgan, who is East Bengal's coach, has come out and said that he will love if Bengaluru, he's rooting for Bengaluru. He wants them to beat Mohun Bagan. So his contention for the title gets more stronger. Chiranjit, what is your thought on that?
Yeah, this is classic Trevor Morgan, right? I mean, he starts well, then he messes up the title race, and then he asks other teams to beat some other teams so that he can get back in the race. But jokes aside, I think East Bengal are still very much in it. It's very unlikely that both Aizar FC and Mohun Bagan will gain most of their points. They are bound to drop some, and obviously we have next Sunday, that's 9th April, we have the Derby, which is going to be a 6-pointer. It may even turn on a title race, linchpin game going forward. So here's the kicker in this game. Some of the players will have to be rested. Okay, I'm talking about Pritam Kotal. I'm talking about these guys. We got Sunil Chhetri. We got Sandesh Chingan, Udanta Singh. All these players who have played a lot of the 2 matches away from home during the international break. Yeah. So these players who were on national duty. Yeah, I mean, they deserve to be rested a little bit. So, and I don't know how much Roka is going to do it. Even Sony Node, he's just back this morning. He was practicing at Rabindra Sarovar Stadium. He's not fit. Okay, expect him not to start tomorrow. Okay. So that's where we are at. Some of the best players in both the teams will have to be benched. But where does this leave us? Where does this leave us in terms of the kind of teams both these coaches can put out? I think Bengaluru FC have a better bench than Mohun Bagan. Okay, if Eugene Lingdo needs some rest, they do have a couple of players who can make up for it. If Sunil Chhetri cannot play for 90 minutes, Daniel Limpuya can sort of take care of that role. Yeah. Udanta Singh does not work, they'll have somebody else take care of it. So it's not like Bengaluru FC will have a significantly weak side going into the game, right? Then again, this is Mohun Bagan's home game, right? And away from home, in the league match, we saw what happened. It was a very tight game there already, and now that they're playing at home, it will be, even a bigger fight for them. Yeah. And it's Mohun Bagan who are coming in with an initiative here. Okay, it's like, dude, they wanna win. They're the ones who are still in the title race. If they don't win this one, they're almost out of it. Okay. They're more or less have blown this if they don't win today. I mean, there's still a mathematical possibility, but it becomes very unlikely that they will make it back into the title race. But if they win it, they're in.
So
Then it becomes a question of winning the derby and then just going full throttle to Northeast to claim it.
Okay. So you're saying 3 points is mandatory for Mohun Bagan here?
Definitely has to be, and that's what Sanjay Sen said yesterday after the practice. He was like, "Look, it does not matter who's available, who's not available," and he was saying, I think Pranay Haldar has been benched for this game, which is more to do. Which we talked about in a previous show, I guess. And Katsumi, I'm not very sure how much he has recovered so far, but he may have to play simply because Sony and some others are still recovering, and it's just one of the worst thing that Mohun Bagan are facing is because Subhashish Bose is suspended, and they need a junior player, an under 22, under 23 player who has to be out there, which means they have to get Azharuddin Malik in the side, in the starting lineup. That's a bad news. I mean, the guy is a developing player. He may become a very good top division player in the future, but right now he's still not ripe enough to take on these big picture games. We've seen what happened when he was started in a derby game. So those are all extra bits of pressure that are piling on Sanjay Sen, who has to deliver here. And Bengaluru FC are coming in without pressure. They don't have anything to prove in the league anymore. They don't really have a stake in the title race. They're playing away from home. I don't think anybody, maybe some Bengaluru FC fans will travel. But apparently the enthusiasm is not that high. Those guys are focusing on AFC Cup now. So probably they will have no fans and play this out for themselves, May just use this game as a practice. Or a preparatory game for the next AFC Cup match. That is also something they have to consider, because Albert Roca has a huge stake in the upcoming AFC Cup game. The thing here is that if he wants Sunil Chhetri, Sandesh Jhingan and Udanta to be fully fit for that game, he needs to bench them here. He needs to rest them here. And will he do that? If he does that, that's an advantage for Mohun Bagan. But Mohun Bagan, they will want to use their best players in this game no matter what, because the AFC Cup game that's coming up, that's against Abahani. They can more or less hope to win that one, even with a slightly weakened. But they just have to pull through in this game.
Now I'm getting Kevin into the discussion now. Chiranjit sir made a few points. Chiranjit made a few points like mandatory 3 points for Mohun Bagan here for their title race to be still on. Second, that the question that is, will Bengaluru bench their 3 best because they need to recover? And now since their attention and focus is shifted to AFC Cup because they have nothing to lose in I-League, so all of this, what do you think, Kevin? Because will Roca bench those 3 just because he wants to get them fit back for the AFC Cup? And will he let Mohun Bagan take this match so easily, or put them and make it more tough for Mohun Bagan?
I think Bengaluru having not to lose anything would be an understatement over here, because they are playing for pride. Even though they know they cannot finish in at least the top 2 or 3 is also a very distant possibility right now. But it's all like defending champion. How do you finish off the I-League? Now they've been champions twice already in the short span that they are here in the I-League. They've got a lot to prove to people. Losing out to the tougher rivals is not really going to help the image. So it's not going to be one-way traffic, definitely. And considering Bengaluru players, how they've just played for the national team, they are on a high. Jhingan, Udanta, Chhetri, they're flying. I'm telling you, they will be in top form. We've not seen the best of form for these players in the I-League, but this is their day now. I think it's going to be more Bengaluru FC and less Mohun Bagan in this game.
So are you saying that even though these 3 players, because they've just come down from national team duty, though we might not see a full 90-minute game from them, but they will play a crucial role. Is that what you're saying?
Totally.
Okay.
And the way Chetri is right now, he's pumped up. He does not celebrate goals. He knows that there's a lot missing in this team, and he's all he is the leader. You have to fall back on him when the team needs him. He's there, and he will lead. And in such situations, you have the most experience that shines out. And Chetri, no better than Chetri, knows how to deal with Mohun Bagan.
Exactly. Chiranjit, coming back to you, you heard him say that you will see those three players play, and they might not play full 90 minutes, but they will play a crucial key. But here, Mohun Bagan are on the losing side, as in they are the team that will be taking a hit. What do you have to say?
Yeah, let's just see how it turns out. I mean, even if Bengaluru FC decide to bench them for a bit, and I suspect they will play for some time. Okay, not the whole 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But even if they are benched, Bengaluru FC are not a very weak side. They got the best bench strength in the league, which is why I sort of still give them a lot of credit here, because you got 4 odd players who are missing from Bengaluru. You got 2 or 3 players who are not available or potentially going to be benched for Mohun Bagan. That just creates both these teams that they have to play a lot of these players who don't usually get a start. And that's where Bengaluru FC have a lot of advantage.
Okay.
So obviously the balance is going to shift. We're going to see a lot of back and forth. It's going to be a game full of counter attacks. And maybe if we see an early goal, somebody may just try to get defensive. I think that would be Albert Roca. And this Bengaluru FC side, especially if they don't have the usual attacking strength. But I hope, and I'm predicting that they're going to fight till the 90th minute. And it won't be surprising if the entire match is up for grabs in the last 10 minutes.
Okay.
I don't think anybody will have a 2-goal advantage. Even if it's a 1-goal advantage, you will see the other team really press down hard, and the leading team just biting down and trying to survive those last few minutes. It's going to be a nail-biting contest till the very end. Okay.
A nail-biter, expect a last minute, probably the last 10 minutes to, both the teams where they go a cracker of a game. Final thoughts, Kevin. Bengaluru FC, rather Mohun Bagan versus Bengaluru at Ramendra Sarovar Stadium, Bagan's home ground. What do you see? Expectations?
The crowd does play a big role in this, and it's intimidating playing at Mohun Bagan's home game. How teams have really, flopped, even if they've been in the best form. So expect really a tight game, but I feel a Bengaluru FC win over here.
Okay, you're picking a winner. Chiranjit?
I'm not going to pick a winner.
Yeah.
I refuse to predict this one.
Okay, fine, TK. Probably that's him being a bit superstitious, and let's see what happens. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. is a kickoff?
Yeah.
Okay, 7 p.m. kickoff, it'll be on TV. If you can't catch it on TV, you'll get the live updates on our website, thefangarage.com. As usual that you get, follow the TFG football account. Now, before we end the show, there's also news from the DSK camp that players have been complaining that they've not been getting paid, which I think is kind of a norm now in any sporting event right now, because every player comes out and says the teams unfortunately don't do their duties well, and then they complain, and then that becomes a bit ugly scene. So what is the recent update on this, Chiranjit?
Oh, well, it's true. The whole thing came out when a player spoke to a website anonymously.
Okay. And
it was a bit, we heard that there was already a problem with the vendors not being paid at DSK Shivajians.
Okay.
So, but when I heard about the players, I was a bit taken aback, because I pretty much thought DSK Shivajians is the club that would have their shit together at this tough times.
Yeah.
Simply because they have put so much money in infrastructure and development and everything. How can the first team be in such a bad shape in terms of finance? So it seems like it's been confirmed that there was a problem, but apparently the rebellion is over. People have calmed down, and everything will be taken care of by Monday, which is what I'm being assured of. So let's just see how that turns out to be. I mean, unfortunate, it has happened with Mohun Bagan earlier, and that's the season they went on to win the league, with players with due payments. So let's just hope that there is enough motivation coming from the coach, and they keep their heads high. And they're not playing this weekend, right? They don't have a match till the next weekend, so they got enough time to just put this behind them.
Yeah. Kevin, just final thoughts on this. If you were a coach in this situation and players complain that they're not paid, I mean, it's not at the end of the day coach's duty, but how would you motivate them to get back? Now, you've spoken to Dave Rogers. What do you see?
Firstly, I'll check if my salary has been credited. See, it's difficult for somebody who's not responsible for to answer such questions, deal with it.
Yeah.
You don't.
But
put that person
the coach
in the
has
spot.
to, right? Because if he has to regroup the team on the pitch, he has to do something.
Those matters, financial matters, obviously have to be kept aside, and the focus has to be on the game.
Yeah.
In such situations, it gets a bit tricky. You as players, okay, focus your attention on what's there, apart from what's bothering you. So.
This is this kind of situation. This is the kind of situation where the head coach has to become more of a manager. It's like there is a subtle difference between the European clubs have this manager and we have this head coach or whatever. It's sort of the manager's job includes. It's got more focus on that man management. Keeping them motivated and especially being a spokesperson on the behalf of the club owners and the board. So that's where it's going to be. And if Dave Rogers is going to be the future Liverpool manager, how he handles this situation is going to reflect a lot on his resume, I guess.
Yeah. So, Kevin, do you see a DSK team that's confident enough to come back on the pitch and deliver something similar that they've been doing?
Play is something, sport is something that really relieves you of all the worries and tensions, and I believe in that. And it is for the best of for life that if you have something that's bothering you, just go on the field and forget about everything.
Yeah.
So that's the best motivation you can have.
Yeah. Well, let's end the show on that note instead of an ugly scene. Well, that's all, folks. Hope you enjoyed this short and sweet show, which had back I-League updates are back on our show because the international break is over and we are back to business. Tomorrow is a game, Mohun Bagan versus Bengaluru, 7 p.m. kickoff. I've already told you where to find us. If you can find us individually on Twitter, Boza_Kevin, Chiranjit Oja, Suju Matthew 94. Do follow the TFG football handle on Twitter, and that's all. If you're listening to our show on YouTube, hit the like, share, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon so you get updates of our new episode. You can also listen to our podcast on Audio Boom, SoundCloud, iTunes, and various other podcasting apps. Also download the IVM podcast app on Android and iOS. Have a great day, folks. Cheers.
Hey man, just help me out, man. I need some podcast, man. I haven't had a fix in a week. Just need some.
Don't you worry about it. I got podcast galore for you, man. Just go to ivmpodcast.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna check it out.